Good morning. Thanks for joining us. It's now 7 o'clock. I'm Tracey McCain.
And I'm Nuclo. You're watching Eyewitness News here on the Wax. A lot to talk about, but first we want to say hello to meteorologist Jill Gilardi for a check on that first alert forecast. Hey, good morning, Jill.
Good morning.
We can see you.
You look beautiful in bright yellow.
Yeah, I know.
I finally found my sunshiny dress.
Yes,
you know?
This is it.
This is it. This literally is it.
You look great.
Thank you. Good morning to you both.
Good morning.
Hope you had a good weekend. We had nice weather, and as we carry into this week, it's fall now officially, and it is feeling like it. It's beautiful start to the day with, yes, me matching the sunrise. A few high-level clouds, a few contrails, nothing crazy happening across our sky. That's in Torrington. Similar sky conditions down through New London, where it is 53 degrees there. And there's still the alerts for some minor coastal flooding today. So that's mainly when we have our high tide cycle, and that's going to be this afternoon. So just keep that in mind. This has been a concern, and things have been an issue at times, but getting a little better as we go day by day. We're waiting for that low to completely move away. Nonetheless, it has been gradually moving away, and we've seen sunshine to start off this morning, and temperatures are in the upper 40s and low 50s, so a little refreshing out there. The day ahead does feature a warm up, of course. We're going to get into the upper 60s. Notice the clouds thickening up. We'll talk about any little small chance of rain, not only for today, but also towards the middle to latter portion of the week. But first, let's get an update on traffic now with Roger. Good morning.
Good morning, Jim. Boy, tough act to follow with that beautiful yellow dress.
Blinded by the...
I tried on. I don't know if it quite fit, but it looks great on you. All right, you know what also looks fantastic this morning? The traffic. No major issues to tell you about, which is some fantastic news as we start your Monday morning. I can tell you, though, earlier we were telling you about some bugaboos in Naugatuck between exits 29 and 26 as you headed south on Route 8. But guess what? Those problems have disappeared, essentially, because the road work project has wrapped up for the morning. So that is some good news. You can see, yes, we still have some minor issues, mostly tied to construction around the state on this Monday morning. But again, nothing that's going to slow you down too much other than some issues, especially in Fairfield County. You can see New Haven to the GW Bridge, 99 minutes right now. That's mostly because of some delays that we've seen all the way from Bridgeport down to Darien. So if you're heading down to New York City today through 95, yes, it's going to take you a while. That is nothing new. The rest of the state looking pretty good. Hartford to New Haven, 33 minutes. That's about as good as it gets. A little bit slower from Waterbury to Hartford, 38 minutes. Again, not all that bad on a Monday morning. That is a look at your first alert traffic report, driven by your Connecticut Chevy dealers.
Well, the families of first responders killed in the line of duty could be getting some tax relief. This is happening in Southington, the hometown of fallen trooper Aaron Pelletier, who was killed during a traffic stop back in May.
Channel 3 Eyewitness News reporter Luke Hydash has the details on the proposal.
Good morning. Town Council is scheduled to discuss this and possibly vote a little bit later tonight about this ordinance, which is named in honor and in memory of Trooper First Class Aaron Pelletier. Like you mentioned, Southington here, his hometown, his wife, his children live here as well. Here's how this would all work. The spouse of a police officer, firefighter, other EMT worker who dies in the line of duty would be eligible. The town would actually cover their taxes up to $10,000. It lasts 15 grand list cycles, and it ends at that point, or if the family were to leave town. And as we mentioned, Trooper Pelletier was from this area, so of course town leaders want to help out his family. Council could vote on this tonight at their meeting beginning at 7 o'clock. In Southington, Luke Hydash, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
The Israeli military has ordered people in southern Lebanon to evacuate immediately.
Yeah, they sent a text message to people in Lebanon warning that if you're in a building housing weapons for Hezbollah, you need to move away from the village until further notice.
We're waiting to learn the extent of the evacuations, but it does come just one day after Hezbollah launched more than 100 rockets, drones, and missiles into Israel. Some experts fear an all-out war is imminent. Well, this morning, police in Hartford are searching for the driver involved in a hit and run that sent a man to the hospital. Investigators say the car hopped the curb and slammed into a person who was standing on the sidewalk on Wethersfield Avenue. Police say the crash injured both of the man's legs. At this point, we don't know his condition.
Well, two families are temporarily homeless this morning after a fire ripped through their home. Firefighters rushed out to the home on Ledger Street after flames erupted in the basement of the house. Crews contained the fire quickly, but one person did suffer minor injuries. Right now, the Red Cross is helping both of the families who were displaced.
Well, police are investigating a deadly car crash on I-91 in Windsor. State police say 37-year-old Daniel Genoit of Enfield was driving on the exit 40 off-ramp when he veered off the road and hit a tree. Genoit died at the scene. No one else was injured. Police, of course, still investigating. If you know anything that can help their investigation, give them a call.
A Massachusetts man is facing multiple charges this morning after police say he wrecked a stolen car in Groton. Investigators rushed to the crash site right near Exeter Point Beach yesterday, where witnesses say the driver took off after the wreck. Police say the car was stolen from New Hampshire, and they have identified the suspect as Christopher Dolio, who has a violent criminal history in multiple states. Investigators eventually found Dolio in his home, hiding in his crawl space. He was arrested and is being held on a $200,000 bond.
Well, Bridgeport police are searching for a missing teenager this morning. They say 16-year-old Talia Torres has been gone since Friday. She is 5 feet tall, weighs 125 pounds, and has red hair and brown eyes. Contact Bridgeport police if you have any information.
In Bristol, a search is underway for a missing teenager. Police say 14-year-old Jackson Parent has been missing since Saturday. He was last seen wearing red sweatpants and a black hoodie. If you know anything, call police.
After an unexpected close on Friday, Bristol Public Schools are back in session this morning.
The district joined a growing list of schools forced to close because of social media threats online. Channel 3 Eyewitness News reporter Olivia Schuler has more on the push from state leaders to try to stop this.
Governor Lamont says now is the time to sit your child down and to talk to them about these threats. It's important that they know that their behaviors could cause serious consequences. Now, last week in Ansonia, we saw that a 16-year-old girl was arrested after she was charged with first-degree threatening and second-degree breach of peace, all because she wanted to get out of school. This shows how seriously police are investigating and charging teens who cross the line. Teens have also been arrested in Meriden and Bridgeport for their actions. In Bristol, police say someone posted to threaten to shoot up both high schools, and in an abundance of caution, schools closed on Friday. From what we know, no arrests have been made. One grandparent we spoke to in Bristol says kids must face consequences for their actions.
I think they ought to just make them do community service for 6 months. You know, picking up garbage, and they don't have time to think about what they're doing, you know, and maybe clean up the community at the same time.
Once again, Bristol Public School students are heading back to the classroom this morning. Bridgeport Public Schools is in a similar boat. They closed classes on Friday. That was because they had a similar online threat that was made. They did put out a statement this morning saying that they have gone over their emergency procedures, and they do have counselors on hand for both staff and students who may be feeling anxious. In Bristol, Olivia Schuler, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
To Georgia now, where Appalachia High School students are heading back to school this week following the deadly school shooting that killed 4. School will restart in phases with an open house today and then half-day classes starting tomorrow. Full days of classes will not start until mid-October. The hallway where the shooting took place will remain closed for the remainder of the school year. Resources, including counselors and increased police, will be available for students and staff who need them.
Well, the search is still ongoing for the shooters when what police are calling a targeted hit at an Alabama night spot. The mass shooting in Birmingham killed 4 people and left 17 hurt.
We're hearing word that this possibly could have been a targeted attack on at least one person, but also I think this speaks to how violent these individuals were, that they were willing to shoot at multiple people, even if they were just intending to only hit one.
The Birmingham mayor is holding a press conference this morning with the very latest. No arrests have been made yet.
Good morning, everyone. 7:09. It's been a beautiful sunrise. An example of that shared to us by Andrew Urban is out of New Hartford. Take a look at that pretty view this morning. Still looking gorgeous out there, and we have those high-level clouds and sunshine. It's 50 degrees. Winds are light at Windsor Locks. Still seeing some 40s out there. Tolland, Willimantic, Salisbury, otherwise low 50s. And so for the kiddos heading out to the bus stop, probably need the long sleeve, but but this afternoon, another great feeling fall day with readings climbing into the upper 60s. Notice we start to see some cloud cover thickening up. So going town by town, high temperature today about 67 in Litchfield, 70 in Windsor. So below average temperatures by a few degrees. We still should be in the low 70s this time of year. So not going to see as many 70s as we saw yesterday, but nonetheless a beautiful day. We're going to be tracking, though, a small chance for a late day shower sprinkle. We'll talk about that coming up. Also, our best chance for rain this week is going to be on Thursday. How much? Well, I'll fill you in here shortly.